Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. We are going to do another haul. And yeah, I know, I have problems, but that's okay. We love beauty here, so if you like beauty and you want to learn about some good products, or if you're curious about all the new stuff like I am, let me just help you out. This is for you. It's just a good old classic haul. I just got off of a 12-hour shift. I'm officially on vacation. It is thunderstorming outside, so if you hear that, I apologize. And I've got two little sleepy dogs here. They might interrupt me. You never know. If you have not already, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. We just talk about beauty stuff here. If it sounds good to you, go ahead and hit subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up, and let's jump into all of this. I'm going to start with Amazon because I just bought a few random things. Actually, I used to get ready before work, and it needs washed. But this is the Stands Out Sponge. I've talked about it many times on my channel. I went ahead and got a backup because these get dirty super quickly. As long as the memory foam doesn't start to like chip or tear, you're good. I like to keep them until that starts to happen. I love this product so much. You can use this also to kind of blot if you need to do a touch-up, which I do because I literally just worked 12 hours. And I'm not going to share with you the makeup I'm wearing right now because I'm going to do a favorites video soon. So be on the lookout for that. I have already planned it down to a T. I've got my notes here. Here's your sneak peek. Full face of favorites, new versus old. So I've got current favorites on one side and then like my old tried and true favorites. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one side current, one side old favorite. The next thing I want to talk about is upstairs. I'll just put it on screen here for you guys. It is called the CeraVe Acne Foaming Cream Cleanser. I bought that for my daughter. It has the same ingredients as Proactive, and that's what I used when I was a teenager, so I wanted to go ahead and get that for her. It has the benzoyl peroxide in it, and I just wanted to see if that would work. They had it for like $14.94, which is cheaper than I could find at like my local Kroger. I think it was around the same price at Walmart, but I just went ahead and ordered it from Amazon because I was already placing an order. Next up, this is the Aquaphor Healing Balm Stick, and it was $10.47. Quite pricey. You probably already know what I'm going to say before I even say it when it comes to this. You know the little hack that's been going around. Tati's done it. JLo's makeup artist, Scott Barnes, he was talking about this. It's been a little while ago. It's been going around the internet and coming back around, but you can use this under your eyes, and it's supposed to be this type of hack to where you won't have any creasing. And if you go back several videos, I did try this, but I had like the little tiny ones that are just for your lips, and when Tati did it, she used this. So I'm going to try it with this just to say I've covered all of my bases. I've tried everything. The first time I did it, I was not that impressed, so I'm curious to try that out. And also, it's a good thing to have around your house. The Lumify eye drops, these, every content creator swears by these. I mean, not just content creators, celebrities. I hear about these all the time. Before I purchased these, I was using just like Visine. If I'm getting ready for work, say I took a shower, used a cleansing balm, and I come down here and I'm going to do my makeup and my eyes are a little irritated, I would just pop a little Visine. I decided to try these. They're super expensive. This little bottle was $11.93 and it's teeny, teeny, tiny. Look at this. That is the size. Super teeny, but I wanted to give it a go, and I didn't want to like splurge on the full size. I don't notice that it does that much more than my normal Visine, so I don't know. I think this is kind of like, if you want to get it, get it. My eyes still look pretty good for being tired and working 12 hours, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. This is the Paula's Choice Pore Reducing Toner with Niacinamide. It's for oily combination skin. It says weightless liquid visibly minimizes pore size, normalizes, and refreshes skin. I have been using this for the past few days. I don't feel like I can visibly see my pores shrinking or anything, but I do feel like my makeup has worn very well with this underneath, and I'm excited to see if it works long term. I got it for $20.80 on Amazon. 6.4 fluid ounces. I found a multi-pack on Amazon of the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen Duos in the shade Ash Brown. So I got 2 of them for $18.99 when typically they're about $12 a piece. So I was happy to get this little duo pack and save a little bit of money on a pen that I use every time I do my makeup. This is what I'm really excited for. I watched Morgan Turner rave about this in a recent video. The brand is called Age 20s. Don't ask me. It says Age 20's Signature Essence Packed SPF 50+. I purchased it in the shade 25N Sand, which I believe is what she used in her video. And it is $24.29. That's what the box looks like. This is similar to the Tier Cushion Foundation. The reason I purchased this is because I like having something like that in the summertime when I'm going to be out in the sun more often. And here in the next few videos, when I start filming some of my foundation videos, I'm going to focus more on products with SPF, skin tints, stuff like that for summer. Since summer will be coming up soon, I thought it would be good to go ahead and pop in those kind of foundations so that we can review them and see how they wear on my combination oily skin. The compact is really pretty. It just has a button right here that you press to open, and it has a nice mirror, and you're going to stick the compact in here. So when you open the box, this is what it looks like. The actual product is in this bag. Since I am going to use it soon, I'm going to go ahead and open it and get it ready. When you open this up, it comes out like this. It's got the little puff right here. And I like that it's that color, so it won't look all nasty. I like that. You just literally pop this open and it's ready to go. You're going to stick it down in your compact. Popped. Here. It's in. Now we have the compact ready to go, and you just pop it open and there is your product. I do want to swatch it a little bit just to see what it feels like. You swirl it and you can see that SPF swirls into the pigment. And I just put it right here in my palm, and it's basically blending in. I think it's going to be a decent shade match. But what I love from her video is that it seems like it really doesn't matter. It's not going to give a ton of coverage, but we'll see. I'm excited to play with it. Close it, stick your puff in there, close your compact. Super nice packaging for $25 essentially. This will be my day 17 foundation coming up. Can't wait. All right, now I'm going to go to Ulta Beauty and show you what I picked up from the 21 Days of Beauty event. We're going to start with things that I'm not going to need to swatch. First up is the IT Brush Bath Instant Brush Cleaner. It's the IT brushes for Ulta. You know how IT Cosmetics has their brushes just specifically for Ulta Beauty? Well, this is in that line. They are typically $22 a piece, but I was able to get them half off, so I bought 2 for the price of 1 essentially. This, 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. If you want a instant brush cleaner, that is the one. Next up, the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is the waterproof setting spray. It's just the original version. It's typically $36, and because it was 50% off, I got it for $18. Love this setting spray so much, and I always like to keep it in my collection. Even though I have a ton of setting sprays, that's always going to be one of them. Another one that was also a half off deal is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is just the travel size. The travel size normally runs for $23, so it was $11.50. I have the full size that I just got recently from Sephora. This is also a setting spray that I will always have in my collection. If it's going to be 50% off and it's something you're going to use, that's my logic when it comes to this. Actually, this wasn't on the 50% off sale, but I just went ahead and got a backup. It's the Real Techniques Miracle Concealer Sponge. I love this so much that I always like to have backups ready to go if something happens to it. NYX Brow Blade and Shade Nano Brow Mechanical Pencil in the shade Ash Brown. I've fallen in love with this product and I wanted to have a backup. This is the new Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Melt Mask, and I got it in the shade Icing. This was $27. So this was not on sale, but she was new and we wanted her, so we got her. Looks just like the Maracuja Juicy Lip Plumps, but when you pop it open, it has this really unique applicator. When you click this up, it's going to come out in the center of the little applicator, and it is a beautiful, like, soft pink color. I can't wait to try this out. I have the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Broad Spectrum SPF 15 24-hour matte foundation plus oil control. And I purchased it in the shade NC27. I follow someone on YouTube. Her name's Cheryl, Makeup by Cheryl. Anytime she recommends a foundation shade, it's going to match me. I've already opened it and looked at it, and it looks like it might be a little dark for me right now. But like when I'm freshly self-tanned and in the summer, I think it's going to be perfect. I will see. We will definitely test this out soon. If you know, the old MAC did not have the pump. I'm going to take it on the back of my hand because I actually did do some self-tan the night before. So this is day 2. And as you can see, it's going to be really close. But when you first swatch it out, it looks a little yellow. Once I am fully self-tanned and in the summer, it's going to be really good. But what I was going to say is I did do some self-tan 2 days ago, but I only did like one light layer to test it because it's going to come up here in just a minute in this video. I just wanted to do like a test run with it. So I literally just did my neck, my like décolleté, and my arms, and that's it. Just one light layer to test it, and so far so good, and I can't wait to see how it builds. Now, if you noticed, my hands, I did make some boo-boos when it came to that. We'll get into that in a minute, but the MAC foundation, I was excited to try the new formula because I love the old version. The original price is $39, and so I got it for $19.50. I couldn't pass that up. The next thing, it's from Nude Sticks. It's the Nudies Matte Luxe All Over Face Blush. I purchased it in the shade Nude Buff. It's $35, and I got it for $17.50. I'm so excited. The packaging is so cute. The shade right here, this is what it looks like. I love a nudie color. You all know, like the Patrick Ta Not Too Much. This is exactly what it reminds me of. I cannot wait to try this out. It feels more like a natural finish. It's not like satiny or anything. It's just silky kind of. We're going to have so many blushes to try out. It's insane. And speaking of, they also had this, the REM Beauty Eclipse Cheek and Lipstick. And I picked up this shade Audition, and I only paid $11 for it. I couldn't help myself. Typically $22. This is what the box looks like. The packaging looks like. And the shade looks a little bit different than I imagined, but let's put it next to the nude shade. So it's definitely more coral. I'm down to try it, and I love testing new blushes and, you know, just experimenting and seeing what works for me and what doesn't. And once you blend it in, it looks really nice. Feels very similar to what the Nude Sticks did. Okay, so that's everything from Ulta. Just kidding. MAC came out of nowhere and they released a new formulation of their Studio Fix Powder Foundation. I went with the shade 6.5 Neutral, and it was $39, but as of editing today, it is April 7th. It's on sale for $29.25. I believe all of the MAC foundations are on sale for 25% off. I also wanted to try out the new Morphe Cheek Thrills Blush Trio. I got the shade After Party, and it was $19. This looks so nice. And it's that time of year to switch up my hand lotion scent. I keep these Hemp's lotions on me at work since I wash my hands so often. Sweet Pineapple and Honey Melon is my spring summer scent, and then Koa and Sweet Almond is my fall winter scent. And they were on sale for $5.25. Let's move on to a few things that I purchased from Sephora, and then I will tell you my wish list items and what I've already purchased. So just a few little things. Like I said, I needed a re-up of my Rare Beauty brow gel, $19. This I also desperately wanted to try, and as soon as it launched, I had to order it. This is the whole reason for this order from Sephora. The Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Blush. What's it called? Hang on. Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Matte Bouncy Blush in the shade Hope. You know, if I would have turned this box around, I would have been able to read it in English. I'm tired. All right, shade Hope. It looks like the most beautiful shade for me in what I prefer from a blush. Okay, packaging is super cute. It looks like a little hockey puck. And this is what the shade looks like. The texture, okay, yes, it feels, I don't know about bouncy, so it doesn't feel like the Super Shocks or anything, but it's like a soft, powdery formula. So that is the shade Hope. It's kind of in between those two, right? It definitely feels more powdery and more matte than the other two. This I was so excited about. This was a 100-point perk, and I've wanted to try this product for a long time, but I never purchased the full size because I wasn't sure. I've seen kind of mixed reviews about it. It's the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. Mattifying and priming face serum. It says all day oil control. 100-point perk size is 8 mLs, which is plenty to try and see if you like it. I'm definitely going to put this in the testing new makeup, but I will use this more as a skincare. So I'll probably use this and then a little bit of primer as well. This is the last thing that I actually purchased from Sephora, and it's because I had this in a sample and I fell in love with it. Valentino Donna Born in Roma Green Stravaganza Eau de Perfume. Oh my gosh, it's expensive. This travel size was $36. But, I mean, look at this packaging. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. To me, this smells kind of a sweet gourmand, but it also has a little bit of a floral scent, but I don't want to spray it right now because I'm getting ready to go to sleep. But I'm telling you guys, this is one of the best scents I've smelled in a long time. I cannot wait to wear this. So excited to have this in my collection. It's going to go right up here on my vanity, right by my Glossier. It's kind of got some Glossier vibes to it. It's kind of got some Ariana Grande Cloud vibes to it, but also that signature Valentino scent. Kind of combines all of those in my opinion. I love it so much. Oh, so good. Speaking of fragrance, let's go ahead and jump into my wish list and my cart. When I started taking notes for this video, this was my wish list, but then it turned into my cart last night because the sale started this morning. So when you work night shift, that's a perk of getting the sale early. You get to get on there at 2 a.m. and go ahead and send in your order. I'm just going to put everything on screen. We'll talk a little bit about it, why I wanted it, and so on. So the first thing is the Glossier U Fleur, however you say it. This is the newest release from Glossier in this beautiful lavender bottle. I almost talked myself into buying the full size because the reviews are excellent and I thought, you know, it's Glossier, I'm going to love it. But because of the last two that they released not being what I thought they would be, I was a little scared. So I just opted for the travel size, $32. So it is quite pricey like the Valentino, but this bottle, Glossier, has my heart, so I just had to, okay? So that one, it's already secured and it's already hopefully on its way soon. Then the next thing is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Blurring Setting Spray. 16-hour wear, $31. It was in my cart and I secured the bag. I'm always down to try a good setting spray, and I have heard some good things about this already. I definitely wanted to test that out. The Haus Labs Power Sculpt Velvet Talc-Free Powder Bronzers. I went with the shade Terra Sol. It's the light medium shade. It's $38. I've wanted to try this for so long. Finally, they have come back out with the bronzers. I don't know what the deal was. I don't know if it was a formula issue. House Labs had to secure that. This one, however, I did not get. It was in my cart and last minute I took it out. So let me explain. The Tower 28 Get Set Blur and Set Matte Powder Blushes. I had Samo Spritzer and Long Beach Iced Tea in my cart. They're $22 a piece. From what I've seen, these are super pigmented and very powdery. It's like a combination of a blush and a setting powder. And the more reviews I saw, the more they scared me because it seemed like they didn't really want to mesh into your skin. You could kind of see a harsh line. So you see how my blush just kind of blends right in. I don't like it when you can see a big difference or like a stark contrast between where your blush starts and your concealer. So I was a little scared of them. I think what I'll do is maybe go in store and see if I can feel them and get a better idea. Some of the reviews are great. I'm really torn, but I went ahead and took them out, and let me just tell you why. Because I purchased the YSL Make Me Blush in the new shade 6 Rose Haze, and it's $45. But look at this packaging in this shade. Okay, so the two shades from Tower 28, I do like them, but where they're so pigmented, I was worried about them being too much on me. So this shade, it's like the perfect in-between of those two, in my opinion. I also saw something new. And the only reason I saw this is because I went and searched each brand that I love to see if they had something new that I might want. And I found this. This is the Bobbi Brown Pot Rouge Velvet Matte Cream Blush in the shade Tea Rose. $36, a little pricey, but I love the original Pot Rouge from Bobbi Brown, and I just can't wait to try it in a matte version. I think that'll be perfection. And I'm loving all these new matte cream blushes. You know, some people have texture. Some people don't want to accentuate that with radiant, glowy blushes. So thank you. I appreciate it, and you got me. I could go on for days. Like, my wish list could be a lot longer. Just a few things that are on the top of my head, like the new Benefit cream bronzers. They look really good. The ABH contour sticks. I was like, oh, those look really nice. So there were several things that I could have put in my cart, but I held off. I'm pretty happy with what I've purchased. All right, let's move on to Fenty Beauty. They had their Friends and Family 30% off sale, and I took this opportunity to try some of the things that I've wanted for a long time. I'm pretty sure this is a new item. It's the Fenty Skin Cherry Dub BHA Toner. You all know I love Fenty toner. This is the original Fat Water Pore Refining Toner Serum. I'm almost out of it, so I wanted to get a backup, but I thought I'm going to try this one. They have a cleanser in this same line that looks really good, and it's supposed to do kind of the same thing to refine your pores. It says a power-packed toner with BHA plus Barbados Cherry. Reduce the look of pores without stripping or drying. So as soon as the other one is gone, I am going to replace it with this, and we will see if this is just as good or better. It's originally $34 and I paid $23.80 for it. I'll just go ahead and show you this. The Fenty Beauty Hella Thick Volumizing Mascara. They just came out with a brown one. Do I want the brown one? I'm not sure. But I know I love this. So I went ahead and got this. It's normally, what, $20 and I got it for $14. That's a backup. I love it. All right, the rest of the stuff is stuff I've never tried and I'm so excited about it. Here we are with another blush. You guys, I've wanted to try this since it came out, but I was a little scared of it. I thought it was going to be a little bit too shiny or too glowy. I've heard good things about this shade, so I guess some of the shades are a little bit of a different formula. It's called Fenty Cheeks Suede Powder Blush, and I bought mine in the shade Bacon Cakes. So this is what the package looks like. Online, I was like, it looks kind of small, but it's a decent size. It doesn't have a mirror, which is fine. I don't care about that, but this is what the shade Bacon Cakes looks like, and it looks like it's going to go perfectly with like that Nude Buff shade from Nude Sticks and the Rare Beauty and the REM. And so this is the shade Bacon Cakes. These are the swatches from earlier. I'm going to put it like right here. Look at that. It actually doesn't really have much of a sheen at all. I love this. It's more matte. I love the packaging on this. I love that the shade is actually right here. You can see these are my blushes right here, these tones. Next up, I've got the Eavesdrop Blur and Smooth Tint Stick in the shade 9. It's $38 originally. I got it for $26.60. By the way, the blush is $28 and I got it for $19.60 with that 30% off discount. Forgot to mention that. I've seen so many good things about this product, and I've actually seen some people say that you could wear this as kind of like a primer first and then just put like a little bit of a skin tint or something over it, and that works really well. I wasn't sure exactly what shade to go with, but I think I did pretty good. Don't you? That looks pretty good. It feels super like balmy and smooth. I feel like that silicone kind of slipped to it and it blended right into my skin. It looks very neutral. I was afraid it was going to pull yellow, but compared to my self-tan, that actually looks very neutral. So very happy with that. I always love if a foundation pulls more neutral. And then lastly, I got the Gloss Bomb sticks. It's the High Shine Gloss Stick in the shade Blazed Donut. Everyone raves about these. I figured, you know what the heck, I'm going to go ahead and get it 30% off. Now's the time. The packaging is stunning. I didn't even imagine that it would be this weighty. I thought it would be more like plasticky, but no, this is very nice. And this shade looks to be everything. It's not a magnet, but it goes, like if you try to put it on it, it'll go back to where it's supposed to be, you know, and then you just click. So, love it. This is a quick thing I just wanted to run through. I bought 2 backups of my Rituel de Fille Soft Sorcery Weightless Serum Concealers in the same shades. It's called Spell 121, which is light with cool pink undertones. Y'all, I just got off at a 12-hour shift and it's showing. Like, I start putting my makeup on around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the evening, and it's about 9 a.m. the next morning. So this concealer, it doesn't look too cakey, and this is set with powder. You know, I mean, I can't go without setting it, but it doesn't look heavy. It doesn't look cakey. And throughout the day, it just looks so natural. I love this so much. It's my new favorite concealer. So I went ahead and bought 2 backups because why not? If I want to look my best, this is what I'm reaching for. It's a small business. If this goes viral and it sells out, then what? I'm stocked. I'm good. No worries. Let's go ahead and talk about the 2 things that I purchased from QVC recently. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Blur Hydrating Concealer Stick, and it came with this brush. The shade is 22N. It was $38.98 on QVC for 2 products. So you get your brush and you get your Blur Stick Concealer. And I haven't tried it yet. Brand new brush. It's cheap. It's plastic. It doesn't even want to stand up on its own. It's top heavy. So just keep that in mind. This is not anything special. You will try it out. It might blend amazing. I don't really know, but it's kind of just cheapy. Anyway, this is the shade 22N, and you have this beautiful purple package with the diamond, and the concealer itself actually looks like a little diamond when you twist it up. Again, 22N. I thought would be a good match. I'm typically 29N in my concealers from Tarte, but the 29N looked a little bit too warm, so I went with 22. I'm a little scared of it, to be honest, under my eyes, but we'll see. I will give it a shot, and that's what it looks like blended out. This is what I wanted to share. This is my self-tan that I just tried. It is called Dolce Glow Bronze Self-Tanning Spray Mist. It's a duo with the mitt for $59.98, and it's in the shade Medium Dark. You get 2 6.4 ounce bottles. This is the box that it comes in. Super heavy weighted, nice packaging. And it says on the back, I'll read it. Our Dolce Self-Tanning Mist provides a nourishing airbrushed bronze finish. The Dolce formula is boosted with health beneficial ingredients like hyaluronic acid, rose water, goji berry extract, green tea extract, jojoba oil, and macadamia oil. Dolce was developed to provide a sleek, luminous, bronzed finish tan while hydrating and rejuvenating your skin. With this seamless application, Dolce's moisturizing blend will have your skin looking like you've spent the summer on the coast of Italy all year round. How to apply for the perfect glow. Before application, exfoliate your skin and avoid applying any moisturizers, oils, or perfumes. Hold the nozzle approximately 10 inches away from the skin and begin to apply in a slow, continuous circular motion. Use our Dolce Glow application mitt to blend if needed. Dolce is a gradual tanning mist that will darken over time. See application time below for recommended duration. Wait until the skin is completely dry before dressing. When ready, rinse skin and gently pat dry for a radiant glow. To maintain a radiant glow, use Dolce 1 to 2 times a week and moisturize your skin. For like a light tan, leave it on for 2 to 4 hours. Medium, 4 to 6, and dark, 6+. I put this on, like I said, arms, chest area only 2 nights ago. It processed for like 14 hours or something crazy. I don't even know the math, but it processed for a long time. And when I got out of the shower, everything looks very nice. Like I don't see any splotches or anything like that on my arms. I'll pull my sleeve up here. Everything looks really, really good. I would say the only thing that I messed up on is right here. It was my fault. Like I knew I needed to wash my hands, but I forgot to. So I have a couple little spots that I messed up on, but it's not the product's fault. And I feel like I did a very light spray. If I were to have done like this set and added a little bit more, or if I just add on top of this, I think it would be even better. It's a nice product. It's very easy to use. It's like an aerosol can, and you have the lock feature, so you can twist it to lock and then unlock. And you're just going to spray yourself. You'll see it. It's like a brown color. It's a bronze color. Once you spray it, you just take this mitt or any mitt that you have, and you're just going to rub it in. I will say that it instantly gives you a little bit of color, but it does gradually start to develop with time. I don't notice much of a scent at all with this one. I was very, very pleasantly surprised. I was kind of shopping around for something new to try, and I saw this. It had really good reviews. I'm really excited about this one. I think if you're looking for a good, easy self-tanner, this is it. These are the MAC Dazzle Shadow Sticks, and I bought 2 shades. This one is the shade Gold Stud. So it comes in just the typical like MAC packaging, and this is what it looks like. It looks a lot like their Prep and Prime products, but it's just a eyeshadow stick. And what it reminded me of are the Dose of Colors ones that I've wanted to try forever, but they've been sold out. So I wanted to give this a go. Gold Stud. Oh my. You all are not prepared for this swatch. Okay, I want you to see the shift when I turn to the light. Okay, you ready? Look at that. That's beautiful. Beautiful. It looks white. And then, okay. All right, I'm excited. You got me excited, Mac. What else did I get? Subliminal Spark. This one looks more like taupey, maybe. Okay. It's like a rosy taupe shade. So here you go. It's definitely got that nice silvery reflect to it, but it definitely has that like pink element to it. So it's like a pinky taupe shade. They're $28 a piece, but I mean, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save what I think is the best for last. So what we're going to do is jump into some Shop Miss A. I usually like browse on their website maybe once every couple months to see what's new. And it's so affordable, and some of the products are very intriguing because they're so inexpensive and you just want to test it and see if it could possibly be good. I've got so many products from them throughout the years. We're going to test a bunch of new stuff from Shop Miss A. I'm almost certain I've got a full face of new or semi-new products from them. So let's get into that. This is the A20 Lab Nano Brow Pencil. I bought soft brown and dark brown. They're $3 a piece. You all know how much I've been loving that NYX Brow Blade, and this seems to be more like the Benefit or the Kosas Nano Brow. And look at this packaging. On Shop Miss A's website, they have a couple different brands. They have like their AOA Studios. They've got A2O Labs now. And the A2O Labs seems to be a little bit more expensive. If this was AOA Studios, for instance, it would be like $1, maybe $1.98. But the A2O Labs, they're more like $3, $5 in those range. $3 for a brow pencil. You can't beat that. Come on. It is just like a clear, cheap packaging. This is like dollar store makeup basically, so just keep that in mind. This one is soft brown, which I purchased 2 because in the past I've had issues with finding my shade, so I've learned my lesson. But you definitely have a nice spoolie on one end, and then you have your brow pencil. That is a little on the warm side, but I could probably make it work. It's very, very micro fine, just like the Benefit. That's my favorite type of brow pencil. I love the Nano Precise Brow. Let's see what dark brown looks like really quick before we move on. I think the dark brown and the soft brown are almost the same. They're both pretty warm, but I'm sure they'll work just fine. And that's why I love my NYX brow pen, because you can also use that to give more hair-like strokes. The A2O Labs Ultra Hold Eyelash Adhesive, $3. I needed a new brow glue, and I needed a new one from them because the one that I have is probably a little bit too old. So I wanted to get an updated version, and this looks really good. Whenever I do a Shop Miss A look, I usually try to wear some lashes because they have some good lashes. The next thing I got is from AOA Studio. It's the Top Secret Concealer, and I bought it in the shade Soft Tan for $1. I've tried this product before, but I wanted to buy a shade that I could use for like contour or bronzer, but I don't think I did a good job on picking a shade. It's so hard on their website to find a good shade when it comes to complexion products. What I thought was going to be a contour bronze looks to be more of like a corrector shade, maybe. From what I remember of this formula, it's kind of like the NARS Soft Matte. It's not really intended for your under eyes, but it's really good to cover up pimples. So I could probably use this to cover up pimples on my face or as a corrector, but it's definitely not deep enough to do any type of bronzing or contouring. My bad on that. It literally just blended right into my skin. You win some, you lose some. Is the AOA Brush On Liquid Concealer, and I bought it in the shade L2. It was $1.88, and the reason I did is because it was new, and if I'm going to do a full face, I'm going to need a good concealer. Oh, okay, so that's interesting. It literally is one that you squeeze, and then it'll come up into the bristles of the little brush. So that's interesting. I was just going to swatch it for you, but there's the shade. I just want you to see up close. That's L2. It looks like a really good concealer shade for me, and we'll save the tip for now. We want it to be fresh when we use it. So this is fun. The AOA Paw Paw Contour Stick in the shade Latte. It was $1.55. I was trying to find a good cream contour because that's something that I don't really have. I've got a good cream bronzer from them, but I was trying to find more of like a cool tone contour. This is what the Paw Paw stick looks like. I think it could be a bronzer moment. You know what I mean? I think I can make that work. And it feels really good and creamy. That's not bad, and it literally just blended right in. The next thing I'm just going to put on screen, I bought 5 of the mini size of the AOA Skin Green Tea Vitamin E Cleansing Balms. They didn't have the value size, and I usually buy the value, but I just had to have a backup, so I got 5 of the minis, which are perfect for travel, and they're perfect to put in the shower. They don't take up much room. This is the A2O Lab Waterproof Makeup Sealer. It was $3, and this is kind of like a mixing medium that you can mix. You have a loose glitter or a loose pigment, or if you just have something that has gotten a little bit too hard, like a cream product, or if you're just wanting to maybe thin something out a little bit, you could use this. It's got several different purposes, and I was happy to repurchase this because I've had these in the past and I loved it. The next thing is the AOA Colorful Canvas 9-color palettes. I bought 2 different color stories. We've got Expressionism and Realism, $1.88 a piece. This is the Expressionism palette. This is what it looks like in the package. And we're just going to swatch a couple of them because I really need to get in bed. I'm curious to see if this is going to be a good formula because sometimes you can find really good hidden gems as far as eyeshadows go. All right, we're going to do this middle shade right here. That is it right here. I mean, that's not bad. They are powdery. Yeah, this one looks to be more of like a corally, copper leaning shade. They're not like super reflective or anything, but they're nice, soft shadows. I will say, upon initial impression, they're not as good as some of the shadows I've had in the past, but hey, that's all right. Let's try this beautiful shade right here. It's like a champagne with some glitter. So there you see a $1.88 eyeshadow compared to like the MAC. So there's definitely a difference in like the reflection and stuff, but they're not bad. This is like a true metallic. It's like a chocolatey copper. Terrible swatch, sorry, but that is the shade right there. I've still got some on my finger. It just keeps going. So $1.88 metallic shadow from Shop Miss A. 6 mattes, 2 metallics, and 1 more like shimmery shade in this one. And then in the other one that we swatched, there are 3 mattes, 3 like satin metallics, and then maybe 3 more of those like shimmery metallics. I mean, look at that. That's pretty pigmented. The Sweet Shine Lip Gloss. AOA Studios. I got Taru and Tapioca. One of them is just a clear, shimmery looking gloss, and one of them is more of like a nudie gloss. I'm not going to open these and swatch them just yet. We're going to save those for my video, but that's what they look like. And they were $1.55 a piece. The AOA Wing Eyeliner Brush for $1. Some of my favorite brushes come from there, so I wanted to try this one out. It's very unique looking. Most of my wing eyeliner brushes are very teeny tiny. This one's pretty wide, but as you can see, it looks super skinny and it looks like it would be perfect to create a small wing. Also bought this brush. This is called the AOA Matte Rose Single F34 Loose Highlighter Brush. So I guess you could buy this in a set, $1.55. And I just thought it looked nice. Like, it's teeny tiny. It's unique. It's like got this little point to it, you see. And it's just like this nice matte pink, rose pink handle and a very fluffy little highlighter brush. The AOA Easy Liner in the shade Dark Brown. It's $1.55. Lid pops off and you have this little brush on one end, which is just like an angled liner brush. Pretty cool that it's built in. And then this is just a dark brown eyeliner. Let's see. Seems pretty creamy. We'll see how long it lasts on the eyes. This is the last thing I have. It's actually a blush. The AOA Skin Glow Serum Blush. And it's $1.88. And it just says the shade is luminous, I guess. Which scares me because I don't want it to be luminous. In its defense, it does say Skin Glow. It's one of their new releases, so I wanted to try it. It's just a dropper style. It's very serum-y. And that's what it looks like. Very pretty. Oh, it's pigmented. Lord, it's going to cover up everything. This you will have to put on your hand, dab your brush in it, and gently apply it. Look how pigmented that is for $1.88. I was cleaning up and I wanted to show you guys. I've already wiped off everything else on my hand, but the MAC Dazzle shadows, they do not want to budge. They are on. That's good to know. And it's also good to note that I have washed my hands 100 times last night at work and just scrubbed a bunch of stuff off, and my self-tan still looks really good. I think I saved the best for last. I'm so excited This is a brand I've never tried before. I was watching a creator. Her name is Britt Clark, I believe. She's on YouTube, but she's also on TikTok. She has raved about these eyeshadows for a long time. I've seen her talk about them in the past, but here just recently she did a like swatch party video where she was live swatching all these new shades that they released. And I was like, okay, I hear you loud and clear. She's like, what are you all waiting on? Like, I've been telling you all about these. You're all still sleeping on these. First thing that I purchased, though, was an actual empty palette. It's called the Pixie Empty Custom Palette. Look at this, guys. You're not ready. You're just not ready. It's a multi-chrome purple blue shift eyeshadow palette. And it just opens up like this, and you put your eyeshadows in there. Guess how much this was? $9. $9. These are very affordable for what they are. They are $8. These are new to the brand. They just released this collection. Well, most of them. I got one extra of it. The brand is called Devinah Cosmetics. If you're looking for a good eyeshadow formula, shop small, shop indie brands. Devinah Cosmetics, they have these new pressed pigments, Crowned in Shadows, and then like Decadent Desires, I think is what it's called. And they're basically all neutral shimmer shades, but they're very, very, very reflective and sparkly. That's right up my alley. I purchased 4 of the new shades, and one is a previous shade that this girl that I'm talking about that I watched, she sold me on that. So let's start with that, okay? It's called Moonlit. And each shadow comes nicely packaged. And we're going to open them and swatch them and put them in their new palette. Are we seeing this? So there we go. This is Moonlit. That is how much is on the tip of my finger. Now let's swatch it. This is like a little baby swatch, but I just wanted you to see how little you need to create an eye look. Like that would be more than enough to create a very beautiful sparkly silver eyelid. I grabbed a little bit more. It feels very, very smooth. I had a feeling that I was going to love these, and I'm not disappointed at all. Look at that. So pretty. This one's called Blood and Cocoa. This is one of the shades that I was like, oh, okay. It kind of looks like maybe a duochrome, maybe. So as you can see, it definitely has that silver reflect to it, but it has more of like a pinky red base to it. So this one was Moonlit. This one's Blood and Cocoa. See how small of an amount I have. So it definitely has that pink base to it. All right, so let's add more. So Blood and Cocoa and Moonlit. This pinky, taupey base with a very beautiful silver reflect. Next up, I have Sinful Lace. This one looks to be a silver, but also pulls a little bit almost green. Sinful Lace. Sinful Lace, just on my finger here. I hope you'll be able to see how it has just a hint more green gold base to it. If I had to describe this, I would say it's like a mint olive silver, if that makes any sense to you at all. But it's like a minty, olivey silver. So can you see the difference between Moonlit, which is more of a true silver, and this like olivey silver? So pretty. Velvet Sin. Velvet Sin on the top there, and it's more of like a rose gold kind of champagne And lastly, I have Crimson Mocha. I have wanted to find a very pretty gold copper shimmer for a long time. I think I found it. Let's see. So this one's the deepest of all of them, and it has that orange copper base to it, but has that like gold reflect. Oh my gosh. That is Crimson Mocha. Putting this all over my lid would be just a beautiful one and done shade. I cannot wait. Crimson Mocha, Velvet Sin, Sinful Lace, Blood and Cocoa, and Moonlit. Here we have my introduction to Devinah Cosmetics. This is like my dream palette right here. I love the packaging. I love the formula. I love the shades. I cannot wait to play with these, especially Miss Crimson Mocha here. I am so excited to play with all of this new makeup. I hope you all enjoyed seeing everything and getting a little bit of my opinions on things and seeing what I'm excited about, what I recommend for the Sephora sale. And like I said earlier, keep an eye out. I'm going to film my favorites video very, very soon, and hopefully you can get some more ideas from that video if you're looking to purchase some things on sale from Sephora. So that's all for today's video. I'm going to go to bed now. I'm signing off. I'll see you guys soon.